Hello everybody, welcome back. It's MicheleMarieDalene, and today we got two packages in the mail. I guess you can call this Ear Day, because that's exactly what they are. These two packages come from two different locations. And the first one is the new ears cups to replace these ear cups. So these here are the original ear cups for my headphones, and these package, which is package 1, are the new ear cups to replace the old ones. So let's take a look at these. I haven't opened them. I can feel the package. They're squishy. That's all I can tell you. I have no idea what they look like, and I don't even want to guess. So let's take a look at this. I measured them out exactly. They are exactly 100 millimeters. And already I can feel that they're very squishy indeed. Wow. These are squishy. Squishy. Okay, now, what I wanted to know, and I do have a valid reason to ask, is given how these ear cups go on, I'm going to put one on for now, to take off the one that's the most damaged, which is over here. So we're going to take this off. Let me see if I can safely bring this down a bit so you can see it here. I'm going to take this off. This is so ripped up. The first question is, are we going to have a problem getting them on? Because if you see here, you have this kind of a lip. Now, most modern headphones don't have this. And this, as I said, this is the first time I put these on. I never took them out of the package before today. They look like they feel, and I see another thing I gotta fix as well, which has to be the screws. For some reason, the screws didn't go into the holes when I fixed these headphones. Yeah, that or the screws are stripped, or both. They don't seem like they're too stripped, but they definitely are not in the holes. So let me go get a screwdriver. I'll fix it at the same time, and let me do that. The problem with the modern plastic or old plastic stuff is that they, where they are, is that these screws, so how did they stay on the cups when the screws weren't even in the holes? Well, the most common way is that ear cups themselves were holding them in place. So I'm gonna gently put the screw in here. Make sure I got a Phillips bit and not something else, like a triangle or bit. So I'm gonna just gently tighten these screws down. Don't over tighten because you will strip it. Okay. Okay. Make sure it sounds working. Yes, okay. So we're going to start now with the ears, okay? The ear cups. And we will deal with the ears package in the second part of this video. I'm going to try to break it down by category. Now, so here we have, as a comparison, the new ear cups and the old ear cups. The ear cups are the same diameter. They're 100 millimeter, or about 10 centimeters diameter, and they go on. The problem is given the way that these headphones are set up is different than the ones that most people use these with, and so getting them on is like trying to get on a pair of socks. But I don't want to destroy them. Then the ears at the same, ear cups at the same time. That'd be kind of a disaster. Let's try to get this on, taking our time. Okay. Now, let's see. Because these are videos, if we have problems, we can always retake and redo them. But I don't have a replacement set of these. If we damage the ear pads, that's it. We're done. There is no retake. There is no redo. There is no video section where I can go back and say, let's reshoot the video. The thing is, these things are designed for a different kind of headphones. These are universal, or so they claim. There's an old joke about universal, which is the universal, but they don't fit yours kind of thing. We'll see if we can try to get these on here. If I have to use the original cups for some reason, I will. But, yeah, they do go on, but they are really, really, really fighting me. They're just not going on smoothly. They're like, if I get one side on, they keep coming up on the other side. Okay, I don't know why the manufacturers had designed them like this, but that's what they did. They designed them like this. They're just terrible. Okay. You would think these manufacturers would have designed. Well, actually, remember when these headphones were made, they weren't really designed to be replaceable cups. They actually, from what I understand, this is like the last thing I need to do right now to make these things. These are things to make these headphones like new, and the problem is that the manufacturers have designed these cushions completely different than the original realistic ones, and I have to be careful because these are not. To understand this design, you would have to understand how they put these on. What they would do is, remember, these headphones have two parts. Let me show on top. See how you got this screw here holding these two cups together? And what they would do is they would screw or slip these over the black part of my headphones, and then they would slip. But that's not the way Realistic made these, or the contractor. Realistic contractor made these differently. I think I got it on. It's like putting on a pair of socks. Okay. There we go. Now they're on. Alright, so now, this is what they look like. They look a lot better. Let's see how they feel. I already got one ear on. And, oh my god. Yeah, that is definitely an improvement. Definitely an improvement. Really mushy. Really sound good. They do fit on. Okay. This is on now. This is on. Alright, so now I'm going to do the same with the other ear cup. The other one is far from as damaged. But unfortunately, it is going to get damaged. If I try to get it off without hurting it too much, it's going to just trash it. This is from the 1970s. This stuff is just not going to come off without a fight. Here we go. So I got this one off. I'm going to try to do the same thing. Like I said, I'm doing these videos as we record them. I didn't put my other microphone back in. I should plug this back in. That'll help us with better sound. So I'm going to put these back in here. Originally, I had to get up the screwdrivers. Okay, so I'm going to try to do the same way I did those. Yeah, good luck. This is going to be a challenge. Alright, so I fixed the cord on these. I put in a whole new cord because the original cord was like shot. I mean, this cord was so bad, it wasn't even really funny. It wasn't even usable. The cord, I still saved it. I guess because it's kind of historical, I think. Or no, I did finally bend it in the end, that's right. Because it was just not salvageable. I couldn't use it for anything. It was, the only thing good at maybe salvage it was like the last foot and a half, 2 feet of wire, and then after that, it was just not going to help. Now, by the way, how long are these ear cushions going to last? Well, the reason I chose the black ones that didn't say right or left on it is because, first of all, number one, if I trashed the ear cushions, that would be no good to have right or left. It would just be like what are you looking at? Now, by the way, for the cross-sleeve turntable video, which is going to be, I did prepare a video for the cross-sleeve project. The only problem I found is I found the original speakers, as I mentioned in the video. The left one was damaged, so I had to order a replacement speaker from a supplier of parts, and I got the assemblies coming. So then I'm gonna do is I want to get that video up on the part first and do the whole video in one part. So part 1, part 2, I'm gonna try to bring together, and then I'll, instead of waiting to do it separately. Okay, let's just, okay, I think I got it. Now these things are so big that they are it's almost like it needs 2 hands. 2 hands. Oh, I'm not using 2 hands. It's kind of a joke, in a way. I am using 2 hands though. Okay, now we're at the. I am using 2 hands. Okay, so I almost got it now. This thing is tough. All right. This material is stretchy, which is good. But the last hooking it around the speaker, this keeps coming off. Okay, these here are fantastic headphones. These vintage, realistic Nova 40s. These are the original Model 40s. There's 2 sets, or 2 revisions to the Model 40. One model is the Model 40H that I'm working on now, which is the original. The design was also later used for the communications headphones. And the second one is the Model 40A. The Model 40A is used for, it looks really different, headphones. They don't have the same look to them. Those have volume controls on the side. These don't have that. Okay. Now, just like in audio engineering, in the audio industry, the one question is, when you have volume controls on your headphones, is what's stopping somebody from getting careless and turning the volume down on headphones, and then telling you they can't hear nothing. And it turns out the reason is they turn the sound down. For the sound engineers, that's crazy, because that means that they have, especially if they didn't check those first, or if they had forgotten that the headphones have speakers with volume knobs on them, they all of a sudden they're dealing with the fact is that they can't find out why the guests can't hear the sound, and it's because the sound volume knob is turned down. The Model 40s don't have sliders, unlike an old pair of Channel Masters I used to have did. So, almost got it. So the Model 40s A's have these volume knobs. Okay, the Model 40s, the original, do not. Okay, so if you ever looking for headphones for use in a studio setting, you probably want to avoid the volume controlled ones. Here they go. Thank you. No, they're on. Okay, so I get this stretchiness over the earbuds, and here we go. They are done. These are now been made millennial style. These have new ear cups on them. It has a new cord, and they're very cozy. That's exactly what I wanted. Okay, so these are fantastic because these are going to give you good sound. Well, let's go to the next thing right now. I'm going to try to move this camera down a little bit. There we go. So let's go to the ears. Now the ears, I'm not going to be putting them on because I already have my ears on. But I'm going to say right now, and you can see how beat up these are. These things are shot. This is the worst. This is the left or the right. This is the left. This is the right. You can see the left. You can see they're just totally crumbling away. Really, really sad. We're not going to need these anymore because these things are beat up. They are not even usable. Okay? So, we'll just throw these out. I'll bin these and get these out of the box, out of the way. Okay, so those are shot. Now, the ears. These came from Ukraine directly. Now, Dimitri does have an American distributor, but because these are custom made, these came from the Ukraine. And these are the newer style. Oh, I found my original mold. The paper fucking thin. Look at this. These are really thin. Holy smoly. I think he realizes that my ears were sagging under the weight of these. These things are definitely thinner. These are more like the Eridani ears. Okay, the thinness. So, let me simulate an ear. Put them on my finger. I think I see why he did that. Yeah, I think I see why he did this. Because I think he kind of realized I like wiggles. I like my ears to wiggle. Yeah, let's say that. He found the original pattern. Thank you, Dimitri. However, I do think it would have been better if they were thicker. That they are definitely, they are thicker. I can see it here, and these are still thicker than those ears. This is like twice as thick. These are standard thick. Maybe he found the standard ears and he didn't modify them, or maybe he didn't have the mold to make the original modified ears. So, maybe I'm going to ask a stupid question. I love stupid questions, don't you? Well, what happened if you wanted to put these ears on these ears, which are the same ears from the same mold? Well, I don't think in realistic real life you'd want to wear them like this, but they are kind of elasticy and stretchy. That would be too heavy. Yeah, that's too heavy. Your whole ear would just fall over like that. So my regular ears are actually too thick as they are. They already flop in the wind. So maybe that's why he was trying to figure out what is the best latex thickness to make. Because if it's too thin or too thick, they don't stay in place. They sag as they are. They should be up like this. They always sag down. They always fall down. I might have to take this ear off. I want to see what these look like. I'm going to just take this ear off real quick here. Just lift it off here. Okay, make sure I get the left ear. Let's see. Oh, well, he sent me two different styles of ears. Okay, these are the new ones that he makes. These are like the Eridani ones, but they're cheaper. Okay, this is the ear that he found the mold of. Okay, so I'm gonna put this ear on. So he gave me one of each style because they were about the same price. I'll just get this on. I'm just gonna slip it on. And it goes on like a pair of socks. This is like those headphone cushions. And you'll see that they are lighter. They don't fall off, but they are translucent. They are translucent. I can use a special paint for this. But then let's look at the existing ear here, right next to it. They're pretty close. It's not... it does stay up better. It does stay up better because they're lighter. The other ears are so heavy that they basically... I don't have the glue on them, so that's... See, it depends on the rigidity of the other ear to do the support thing. So are these ears the good ears or these suck ears? Well, I'd say they're good, but let's compare apples to apples here. Let's put the two ears next to each other, just so we understand each other. Apparently, he had different size sources of latex, and trying to hold these up, you can see them here. The colors are different. These were painted, but the paint kind of faded off. These are not painted, and so yeah, they'll both flip in the wind, but this one just seems more translucent. This is more translucent, and this is a little more stiff. This is twice as heavy than these. Okay, now we know that. We know. So while I leave those ears off for a minute, let's take a look at the newest ear package as well. These, I believe. Oh my goodness, he sent me 4 pairs of ears. That's right. That was the way he was gonna do that. I don't think he sent you more than 4. Did he? Yeah. Oh my goodness. Okay. Totally friggin' cool. Alright, so here we have, so these are the new ears, and like, just like Donnie did, I'll just slip them in together. Okay, and we have, these are the new ears. This is like the Eridani, and this goes on like this. So you can see the 2 ears. This is the new ear that goes on this side, and this is the other one that goes on this side. I'm going to slip this on here so it looks like. Now, what kind of glue do I use? I use the Prose glue. I bought enough of that glue I call these medium length ears. These are more like the Eridanis, but they're a lot cheaper. And, of course, they don't flop in the wind because they're lighter, because they're smaller. But you can still see them. They look okay. They do what they want. So definitely today's ear day. So how do they work with the headphones? I only took off the one. So let's see here. They don't stand out as noticeable with these ears. But on the other hand, they are still cute. The cute ears, remember, they're not glued in place right now. They're just stuck on my head. All right? Just by tension. So you can see how these new ears, they're cute, they're small, they're unpainted, but like these are actually unpainted too. These were painted originally when I got them, but even these don't quite match my skin either. Apparently he watched enough of the blood elves walking around and realized that the ears were actually lighter color than the rest of the skin of the blood elf. I've seen this so many times in World of Warcraft. So, Dimitri, thank you very much. As I said, he sent me not just these ears, which are the original ears. I guess he found another set of them in his warehouse. But he also sent me, I wonder if he sent me a message to go with those ears. Remember, he's in a war zone right now, and so anything he gets done is going to be at the mercy of the forces. This is another set of these little ears, and in fact, given the weight of these things, I would never realize it would send me a set of this many ears. So I like doing videos like this, where this is definitely a nice surprise. So unlike the trolls try to impersonate Dimitri, I talked to Dimitri and he remembered me and he remembered the original deal we had. So I guess he's saying is, hey Michelle, could you show me my ears on your shop, how they look? And so let's talk about the ears, okay? Let's talk the 2 different styles here, because they're costing about the same price. I'm going to do the same thing with sliding them into the other ears here, so I can try to keep them together as a set. Number 1, these are very simple ears. These aren't fancy at all, okay? These are very simple ears. I got 1 pair of them, and I have... This is so funny. This is so fun, actually. I got another set right here. again, they're not painted, so I can get the special paint. That's no problem. Then I have another pair, so I have 3 pairs so far, and the one of the last pair of the big ears, right here. It says 4 ears, and I only bought 2 of these, and he threw in the other 2 ears as well. Thank you very much, Dimitri. I really do appreciate this. So the cool thing is we have new ears. We have the new headphone cups. I'll put my other ear on. Let's talk about the reality about these ears. The ones I normally wear. They are a pain to put on because the glue, I bought enough of that as well. Let's see what I got. This is how much is left of the little one here, original Prose. There's like nothing left in this. There's just maybe half an ounce of glue. Then we have the new bottle, same stuff, Prose. It works good. It stays on good. We mentioned this before. I'm going to mention it again. This stuff here is FDA approved for prosthesis. And so because it's designed for medical uses, this stuff is very, very, very tacky, sticky, and it sticks good. The problem is I have to buy this stuff before the first freeze. Because they ship this glue after the first freeze. It is no good anymore. You gotta throw it away. Okay, it's not designed to get cold. Okay, this is made in New Jersey. So knowing me, maybe I could have gotten a ride down with noodles to New Jersey if I could find the manufacturer was within driving distance. We could have picked up a bottle straight from the shop. Probably would save me on shipping costs, but oh well. That's just the nature of it. So, what's my overall view on the New Year's? First, let me get this one back on. Getting them on, and this is if I had adhesive on, which I don't, but if I do this, you're always going to get hair snags underneath, no matter what you do, okay? They just go on just like this. There's enough stickiness in the glue right now that'll stay in place for now. And normally what I do when I put the headphones on in the morning, just kind of steams them so they kind of stay on like that. And that's what we do. So, what's the biggest downer with these ears? And I don't think it's really his fault. I think part of the problem is my own ears. These guys are just like, oh, I don't know. The little ears are cute. They're small. They're similar to the Iridani ears. And you can see them because I made them twice as thick, but overlapping them. Though he did make these thicker. Oh yeah, I did. Not by much. This is definitely thicker than latex gloves. But these ears here are still the cutest, are still the cute ones. I like these ears. So the ears are good. The headphones feel fine. Actually, they feel better than fine. Because before, I always felt that they weren't keeping out the sound. So let me test that. Alright, so now oh yeah, I can't even hear anything. You can barely hear my voice except except by bone conduction. Alright, so that does work. Okay, so these here, with the new ear cups and the new cord, which I put on some time ago, and this is actually a regular headphone extension cord from China, but this is so heavy, and the insulation barely got into the ear cup holder here where the cord is. I had to stretch this vinyl a little bit to get into this connector, and then once it kind of shrunk and acted like a big giant strain relief, which is what it's supposed to do anyway, and then it made the ears very strong. So, first of all, Dimitri, thank you for the ears. I'm not surprised he didn't actually give me a message in them, but I definitely say that there's enough ears here for at least, given the quality of the manufactured ears, I'm going to say probably until, maybe maybe until March of 2024, maybe? These big ears I'm wearing right now usually last for about 3 months. I'm not sure if these ears are going to last as long as those. But I'm going to say, if you look at Michele, and my World of Warcraft character, her ears, they are lighter skin than my skin tone. In some ways, they kind of look like horns. But because I use these things also as hearing aids, they have the ability to help channel the sound into my ear canal. Which is why I use these, because they allow me to channel sound in my ear canal so I can hear better. So, as far as the cross-sleeve video goes, once the new parts come for the cross-sleeve speaker assembly comes, I will be, again, taking it apart, and I'll put them in, and then I will get the video up and get them ready to go. Also, somebody has offered, Brian PC has offered to buy me another brand new mixer. He can get it in the UK, but he can't find it in the US on Amazon. So I'm looking forward to that. And then I gotta get the other cross sleeve, the second one, to go with the first one. But I gotta fix the first one, and you'll see what I'm talking about when you see it, because the glue, which is like rubber cement, has come off. In fact, I bet you, Kangaroo, if I use the Pros Aid, pour it on, or a contact cement, and where it's unglued, it would hold it together for a while longer. So, I have to be honest, I actually really do want to try these ears out, the new ones. So let me put this ear back on here. Let's put the little ear on so you can see the difference here. Okay? Now, yes, once you put the Pros Aid on, it's gonna really stick really well because they're lighter. So, and they're not gonna sag. So these are the small ears. Unlike the Erdani ears, these don't feel as slippery. I noticed this. Okay, so this is the new ear. They're small, like the Erdani ears are. They're not bad. They're not bad. They're not bad. So, let's put this headphones on now. Okay, they feel pretty good, actually, for the one ear. I didn't take the other ear on yet, because I'll probably put the other back on. But you'll notice, if you will, oops, it was meant to take it off, and I ended up taking it off in another way. There it is. Oops. Fell behind me. There they are. So, these were very thin. These are thinner latex. Okay. Now the big ear. They only got 3 of the small ones, and they only got 1 instead of the big ones. Maybe he only had 1 pair of the big ones left in his inventory. Because he is in a wartime situation, he doesn't have access to doing the work the same way he had to do before. Please understand, I do respect everybody. And when you are doing ear manufacturing in a war zone, you're doing war manufacturing in a war zone, you're not going to have the same materials that you do normally. So they don't seem to flip as much as the other does. You can see it. They don't flip as much. So in that case, these do work out really well. Please know I sleep with these on. I don't just take them off at night. And that's what I do also when I'm going, like my nightcap, or if I'm sleeping without the... You can look at it's like Michele and my blood elves when they sleep, or my night elf. She sleeps the same way on their side, and the reason is because if you try to sleep straight back, you are going to really find out how much endurance your earlobes can take. They really, tiny ears, I could not sleep with them because they were just not flexed back. Like these, I fold them back like this when I put my nightcap on, and then it just keeps them safe. But so these ears are softer than. All right. So you're probably saying to yourself is, Michelle, would you show us how you put the ears on, and would you show us how to do that? Because I do want to try out the new ears. So the answer is yes, we will. So first of all, let me go use the glue that's open, and let me take my other ear off. Let's talk about how you take it off. It's a matter of just gently, carefully lifting it off. And you hear it ripping sound, that's my hair. And now let me go get some Q-tips, and then I'll go ahead and get these ears on so you can see them. So I will be right back. Okay, I am back. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to shake the container and make sure it's well mixed, okay? And, oh yeah, it helps if your cap is on better than it's just a little loose. Okay. Okay. Then, I'm going to use the big ears. So I'm going to take the big ear. You got to know this is the right, and this is the left. We're going to work with the left first. And it's just like buttering toast. You're going to take a little bit of adhesive and put it on your brush, or in this case, my Q-tip. You might not really want to use a brush, because if you use a brush with these ears, they are going to basically... Now, I do it a little differently than the standard instructions for Pros 8 are, because it's easier. Okay, I'm going to try to keep the hair out of my way as best I can, and that is not easy. So now I'm going to take the ear, let's get glue, it's on your fingers, it's, maybe they can make a way that they can get a glue on it, it's not going to get all over your fingers, but this is not it. Now, when I told you about the hair, you're going to get hair underneath. Don't get worried too much about the hair. It's just going to stay like that. Now, so you want to try to get around your ear canal as best you can. And your earlobes are on the top. I actually have naturally pointy ears. Anyway, it's just not as big. Okay? Now, I'm going to do the same thing with the other ear. Just make sure this is really good. Unlike spirit gum, this stuff is not... You don't have to go tapping crazy with it. You want to make sure it's stuck on there. Okay? Now, we're going to do the same with the other ear. So, I'm going to take a brush, or in this case, Q-tip. And I'm going to try to show it on camera so you can see this. And you want to get as much as you can on here. Just like buttering toast. Just like buttering toast. You want to make sure to get it all in there good. But now I'm going to have to turn my head around so we can show you the other side of my head. I'll close the container up. I know I have the glue, but I don't want to have to use it right now. Okay, so now I'm going to do is I'm going to turn around. Again, trying to make sure you can see me in camera. I am sorry, I'm not even sure if I'm in frame. Again, you're going to do the same thing. You're going to take the ear and you're going to gently apply it down, slides on. If you're lucky, you might get very few hair strands sticking out. And that's it. They're on. Okay? Now, one of the things I can tell you right now with this glue, which is an advantage and a disadvantage, is it is water soluble. So, advantage is if you get the stuff on your clothes, it'll come off, no problem, when you wash. But if you get these glue on your, if you get yours wet, let's say you're washing your hair, more than likely ears are going to go with them, with the shampoo. It just is going to come off, okay? So if you get some on your fingers, as I did here, They will come off, no problem. When it dries, it has a little bit of a rubber consistency. Okay, these are the new ears. Like I said, these are unpainted latex. These are not painted latex. So let me switch over to the other camera, which we'll use in the morning time. My fingers are right now full of rubber, and they feel like it. So here we can see the ears as they are on now. And of course, you usually see me wearing my headphones. So there you go. That's the ears. And you can see how I fold them up when I go to sleep at night. I just fold them up like this, and they go on. The headphones that kind of act like a steamer. They kind of, with the moisture on my skin, keeps the ears moist and warm, and makes it easier to act as an assistant tool to help with the ears. Okay, I'm going to rush to take them off real fast. So, not exactly what I wanted, but for the price, because of the fact these are war zone, I guess you can't really complain. It really could be a lot worse. So let me go back to scene 3, and you can see the ears now. They are not bad for what they are. They are in place. Okay. Do I suggest you go to Dimitri to buy ears? Sure, absolutely. In fact, they're cheaper. And are the ones I need for my work every day. What about the little ears? Well, these little ears are going to have an advantage. These are not as big, and they're not as top heavy, so they're not going to droop like that. Yeah, I know, they would go a lot. But these are the new ears, and these are smaller, and for most cases, that's fine. Now, I mentioned the Iridani ears. I think I have them in here. Then I finally did put them in the same bag. Yes. In fact, let's compare the Iridani ears with the other ears. Now, I do like the ears. They have their cuteness factor, and they are heavier latex. Okay, but these are the biggest that they make. They don't make them any big. These are like $50 a pair. So you got your 2 ears, and your right and your left ear. So this goes on like this, and these slightly, although very slightly, hook back this way, and this is closer to my skin tone. So, is there any way to color these ears? The other ears, the ones that deep one? Sure. You could use foundation if you wanted to. You could use anything. Well, if you, depending on how long you want the ears to last, you can use standard foundation, but you're not going to last as long because most foundations contain things that are going to degrade latex ears. Okay, so these are, the point is the reason why they look like this is because I haven't got the hair styled. I'm going to probably put my hair like I usually do. Okay, let's put this here like this. I'm just trying to style it real quick here. Okay, so now, with my hairstyle, or put down the way I normally would have it, it looks pretty good, and it's not exactly matched whatsoever. It doesn't match, but then again, if you look at Michele, her ears are the same color as this. They actually are. Apparently, Dimitri had been watching enough World of Warcraft to realize that his ears were slightly off color, or maybe he felt that these Iridani ears are cute too. I do like these ears. This is supposed to be like simulated cartilage, it looks like. And I think if I did this, if I was to design the ears differently, there are a couple of things I would do similar to what Iridani has done. Number one, the crease. It's just like when you're folding metal. That's gonna help make your ears more rigid, and that's gonna be good. Like so when you're obviously if you're doing cosplay and or like a fight scene, these ears are gonna be flopping in the breeze. I don't do LARP. I want to, but I think the other elf ears I'm holding in my hand will probably be better for LARP because they are more durable. Okay, so Q ears got a lot of promise. Like I said, I got 4 pairs, 1 pair of the originals, and 3 pairs of the new style. Okay, so he did find a pair of the originals. Because he is in a war zone, there is no guarantee he had the ability to make these. Now, there is an ear for you. I don't know what ET would have this. Kind of like Zoidberg, right? With his nose things. I thought they were all for free. We used to get meals every day. Oh well. I digress. Anyway, so that's that. But anyway, so we got the ears. I'm gonna try out the new ones. Let's see how they work for tomorrow, and check the durability. Just like the other ears, these do flop around a little bit. Not as much. The other ears were like a half mast. They're like, ew. So yes, these should look better. Well, guys, that's the ear story. Ear cups for the headphones and new ears for the head. Appreciate you coming to watch this. See you soon. Bye bye.